Hello there. There is quite a lot of people who think that this WikiLeaks should be stopped, and I'm not talking about the politicians or the people in power who are getting exposed, but normal people, citizens, we the people like you and me. And they're saying that when WikiLeaks leaks documents like this, that some people are put in danger. That might be true. But think about this. Let's take Iraq, for instance. If United States of America and Denmark and UK and other countries hadn't gone in the way they did and hadn't fucked up the aftermath of killing of Saddam Hussein and throwing him out of power, if the aftermath hadn't been fucked up so fucking much, where 122,000 civilians were killed, innocent civilians were killed. If it hadn't been fucked up this much, would WikiLeaks, would the facts matter then? Would it? Isn't it because of the politicians' fuck-ups that people like some of the informants are now in danger because of WikiLeaks? How is it WikiLeaks' fault that the facts put things in danger? The facts is and are that the politicians fucked up. Those are the facts, and now we know the facts because of WikiLeaks. We have already suspected it, and we have seen it on television, how the things are getting fucked up. How companies like Halliburton, for instance, fucked up the American military by giving them inferior supplies of all kinds, from non-armored trucks and bad food and bad uniforms and bad equipment, all the way to the point where the money that was going, the Marshall help that was going to Iraq, was simply stolen by companies because the politicians are fucking either idiots or assholes. These are the facts. Everything in Iraq was fucked up, especially the aftermath, after the war, after the attack of the American and the Danish and the UK and Canadians and whatever went in together with United States of America. It is not WikiLeaks we should blame. If a messenger comes to you with a bad message, do you shoot him? If a messenger comes to you telling you that your king is corrupt, do you shoot the messenger or do you hang the king? This is the question you should be asking. WikiLeaks is merely reporting the fucking facts. And yes, it puts some people in danger. That probably is true. But who put those people there in the first place, in those dangerous places? Not WikiLeaks, not Julian Assange, but President Bush and his ilks, Anders Fogh Rasmussen, the former Prime Minister of Denmark, Tony fucking Blair. Those are the people who are responsible for all this bullshit. Those are the people who are behind the facts that WikiLeaks is leaking out to us. And somebody pointed out that the press has been like the lapdogs of the powermongers for way too long on this planet. And the press has been putting out the things that the governments wanted them to put out. And they have not asked the questions they should be asking of how, when, and where. They have not asked the dangerous questions of our politicians. Now the press is forced to do this because of WikiLeaks. Now the press have to fucking wake up because of WikiLeaks. I cannot see any problem with WikiLeaks. Those of you who can are only licking the powermongers in the ass. And yes, it puts a few hundred people or 1,000 people in danger. But 122,000 civilians were killed in Iraq. 3,000 were killed at the Twin Towers. And somebody actually dared ask the question, who is the biggest villain? Think about it. Why did 9/11 happen? Think about that. A lot of these things happen because our politicians are lying sacks of shit. Because the military of our countries are doing things covert. Are doing things that they don't want any of us to know about. Because the things they are doing are not always free of the smell of shit and rot. Now the smell of shit and rot is out in the open, in some circumstances. I hope WikiLeaks survives every fucking attack any government on this planet does to them. Because we need WikiLeaks. We need openness. We need to know what the fuck our politicians are up to. We need to know what our military is up to. We need to know what all the people in power are up to. Because the press has not been able to give us that information for the last 15 to 20 years. We need the information, we the people, because we cannot vote, we cannot be part of a democracy if we don't know the fucking facts. How are we supposed to decide who to vote for? How are we supposed to decide what organizations we want to be members of and support if we don't know the fucking facts? How is democracy supposed to work if the people don't know the facts? Think about it.